Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Thank you for watching and joining my channel. Now, if you saw my other video just the other day, I joined the PT Tag Club which Ashley runs on Paper and Twine, and this was the tag I made. And I was thinking I'd like to have a little book to put them in from each one I make each month if I participate in it. And Andrea the Cumbrian Crafter said to me that Ashley has got a tutorial on her channel, Paper and Twine. So it was from 2 years ago, so I just watched it, and she made a brilliant or showed you a tutorial how to make a book to keep your tags in. So I'm going to try and replicate that, but I was just looking around to see what I had and what she used. And I've got this old cardboard. Well, it's not old. I've just unwrapped a bed sheet, brand new bed sheet, and inside was this piece of cardboard. So I'm thinking that I'm going to use that because I like to repurpose things instead of throwing them away. So I've got this that I'm going to be using as my base. Now, it's not, for a shame, it's not quite big enough for my tag, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut it that way. And she used some black tape on hers, and we know how partial I am to pink. I've got this tape. I've had this tape for ages. I don't even know it's Neon Extra Strong duct tape, and I obviously only bought it because it was pink, and I have used some of it, but I've got a whole roll that's still in its packaging, so I'm thinking I'm going to use that as well. And then to decorate it, she used a 12 by 12 paper pad, so I've just found this one, which I have not even used. It's 230 GSM, and I think, oh, it's the Works. There we go. I got it from the Works. And it's got some beautiful papers. They're all double-sided in here. Apps, I like that one. I mean, I like all of them, but it's quite thick. So I could definitely use this. But it would just be a matter of choosing one of these pad designs. I like that one as well. I don't really know which one I'm going to go for. It's got to have pink. I do like that one. I think I'm going to go for that one. Well, that's a bit more purple than pink, but that's really pretty. So, do you know what? We're going to go for that one. I'm going to tear that out, and that's going to be my pad that I'm going to use, I think. So, what I'll do is I'll just go off camera and cut this into the size that I require. If it was a smaller tag, I could probably just cut it and do it like that, but it's not going to be. But what I could do, thinking about it, it's got the ribbon on it, of course. I could use that piece and the other side, and then still keep this bit and use that as a smaller one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm just going to go off camera and cut these bits out, and I'll come back on once I've cut them out. Right, so what I've done is I got that piece of cardboard, and I decided that I would cut it slightly shorter so that I could keep this part, because actually that will make a really good little book. So I'm going to keep that like that. And I've measured it just to sort of fit my tag, which I think is going to be okay. I'm really winging it a little bit, although I have watched Ashley twice. So I've done these 4 by 8, and then I've cut a smaller piece, which is again 8, but it's one, I think it's 1 3/4. So the idea is that this becomes the book, like so. So yeah, we'll give that a go. So anyway, she had some black tape, which I haven't got, but I think I quite like the idea of this pink one, just to use it up anyway. And it is quite strong. Sorry about that, because it's extra strong duct tape. So yeah, let's get rid of that. I'm going to use a new one because I'm not sure how much is left on this one. So what we're going to do is just cover the edges. I'll do one and then I'll go off camera and do the others, because otherwise it will make this video quite lengthy. Now, if I do it like this, because it's quite wide tape, get my scissors. Oh. It's very strong. Whoa. I just want to make sure I don't get any creases in it. There we go. And then I think to fold it, I'm going to have to cut, if I can, cut some bits out so that that goes over there. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right or not. I need to just cut that slight an angle, like so, so that that will then tip over there. And then I need to cut that bit there, and then that bit there. I think that's the sort of shape we're going for. But it's very difficult to cut because it's so sticky. Right, and then all we're doing is just, I didn't quite do that one well, but we'll do that. It's going to take a bit of practice. I think this is going to be my prototype, because I've not covered the edges quite well there, so that means I've cut that wrong, haven't I, at the edge, but we'll have a go of that in a minute. So let me just try and do the rest of it. I'm sure you'll be shouting at me on the screen, telling me what I'm doing wrong, because I know I'm cutting it wrong. And being left-handed probably makes this look super around the wrong way on the screen. Right, let's just get that off. Well, it's a way to use up your cardboard and your duct tape, isn't it? Oh. So, I'm thinking I'm going to fold that bit over. I definitely want it there, like I did it, but maybe not so close. I've probably done it wrong again. But we'll go with that just to see how that goes. I want to just make sure I don't get that end bit wrong. Right, that looks like it's going to be better because that's going to cover. Right, so I need to cut there. That's a big old piece. I don't need that whole piece on there. I've gone too much on that now. You see how I'm just going to do this one piece, and then I think I'll go off camera and cover it. You've got the gist of it. I think you realise what I'm trying to do, but whether I'm actually achieving it, I'm not sure. Right, I just want to make sure I don't have any creases in it. It's probably because it's so thick. But you know what? This is just for me, so I'm not worried if it's not quite perfect, because, yeah, we'll make mistakes. So let me go off camera and cover all three pieces, and then I'll come back and we'll go from there. Right, so I did make a little bit of a hash of it, but this is for my own use, and it's the first time, so it is a bit of a mess, but you're not going to see any of this. I'm going to cover it up. Matches quite well with my nails. That's probably why I liked it. So anyway, let's get on with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of this down and join these together. So if I try and line it up, this is what Ashley did, so I am going with her, we try and line it up. Does it matter which way? Actually, I'll go that way. Try and line it up with this line. So we go about there, and then we leave a little gap in between, not much, like so. Okay, probably haven't brought enough round there. Then we come down like that. And then I'm just going to try and hold this to cut it. Hey, there. Can I lift it back again? Just to get that bubble out. I'm not sure that duct tape is the way forward, but I had it and I'm using it up. So there we go. Let's just pop that over there and get rid of that. And then, yeah, there we go. Right, we'll do exactly the same on the other side. We'll just roll that out again. And I think that's going to be the back. So let's just straighten that up as much as we can and get that on that line there, like so. It's not straight, is it? I'm just going to try and get it as best as I can, and then we're going to leave that little gap like that. I'm hoping that's not too much of a gap, but we'll see. All right, cover that over. Bring that back down, just to give me a little bit of excess, like so. This is so sticky. There is no chance that this is going to fall apart at all. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that over there. Oh, there's a bit of string on that. Let's get rid of that. Just don't want that there. As I say, this is for me, so it hasn't got to be perfect, and it is the first one I've done. So there we basically have it. That is our book that we're going to be able to put our tags in. So we then need to cover this. So what I'm going to do is get that paper that I originally chose and just make sure, do you know what, I might change my mind, because I'm thinking it's a bit purple and I'm thinking I need something a bit pinker, if that's possible. So I quite like that one, but let's see if there's anything brighter. I have got, believe it or not, another pad which has got pink in it, I think. But is it pink enough? No, it's paler, so we won't go with that. We'll continue with this one. This is quite nice though, this one. What's on the back? Do you know what? Shall we have that? Or is it not fussy enough? Oh dear, decision. Oh, that's, oh, there we go. That's the one. That's the one. Look at those flowers. Yes, definitely. So we are wanting, let me see, we want to cover, this is 8 by 4, so I'm just going to go a bit smaller on that. I'll get my bigger cutter out because that's not going to go. Although, I wonder if I cut it in half, is that going to be? Yeah. So if I cut it, if I score it at just thinking, sorry, 4, because I'm going to have, bear in mind I haven't got a scoreboard, so ruler and a pair of tweezers it is. If I do 8 by 4, I'll just go just under 4, 3 3/4. So that's there. Let's just get that up there, which is about there. No, hang on, let me think about this, because I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? Because I need this pattern to be that way round. So it needs to go that way round. So we need 4, then the book, which is 2 and 4. So we need 3 3/4 that way. Yeah, 3 3/4. Right, so I'm just going to mark it there so that I can see. She says where she's just marked it. It's there, isn't it? 3 3/4, which is there. So I'm going to score there. Let's just get down a bit more. And then I'm going to do another 3 3/4. I hope this is making sense to you. Again, this is just a practice. It's for me. So 3 3/4. So let's just score that along there. That does not look straight, does it? Oh dear, Jenny. Making a right hash of this, aren't I? Dear Lord, this paper is so thick. Once you've scored it, you are in trouble. Which means, is that line straight? A little bit off, isn't it? Right, what we'll do, gosh, that is a lot off, isn't it? Right, so we are going to want, going across, we want 4, isn't it? I did 8 by 4. So we want, that's 3 3/4, so we want 8, 8, 8, 8. So if I'm going to go just a bit less than 8, I haven't got a long enough chopper. So we're going to want, well, this is 12, isn't it? 12 by 12. Oh, Jenny, 12 by 12. So if we cut 4 off, we're going to be about right on that, aren't we? So I'm going to go 4 1/4. Let me just get this right. Sorry. Absolutely making a... Yeah. So if I just go a bit less, that will fit, won't it? Yeah. Right, okay, so make that bit 4 1/4. Cut that off. That's quite thick. Right, there we go. And then we should have 1, 2, 3. I have done it the wrong way because I can't do it inside, can I? So let's cut that then. Let's just get that cut. I know that's straight then. Cut that bit wrong there, but we'll trim that up again in a minute. Let's get that bit straight. Okay, so what we are going to do is just trim that edge. So we are our blades need sharpening. Okay, so that's that one. Let's straighten this one up because that is not straight at all. Whatever reason. Okay. And that's that one. Okay, so we've now got that piece, depending on which way I want it, I'm going to have to go that way and that way. I need to get the flowers up the right way. Yeah, and then I'll cut a piece for the spine there. Right, let me do that. I'll glue it and then come back again. Right, we are on the homeward straight. I've worked it out. I basically cut that piece, those pieces out. I've got those on there because they weren't sticking, but it looks like they have now, so I'll take them off. And that's the piece that I've got left from that 12 by 12. So I've pretty much used it all apart from that. So yeah, it's not great inside, but do you know what? It's for me. So I'm happy with it for now. It's my first one. And then I've got some paper to go inside. So I've just, this is just, should be roughly, I think it's 7.5. And then I've folded at 3.5. And then I've just done like a concertina. And I've used, I had 2 grey bits and a white bit. So all I'm going to do is, and I think this is how I'm supposed to do it, is I didn't actually have to cover that back one, I realised, because I'm going to be sticking that down to the book. So let me just get my glue, stick that down, and we really are nearly there then. So yeah, I didn't actually have to do that, but I will remember that for next time. So I'm just going to stick that bottom sheet down and then fold that back, fold that back, and then that one's going to stick to that one. Probably using too much glue here, but so that one is going to stick on to that one. I just thought I'd break the grey up and use a bit of white in the middle. And then that one is going to stick to that one. I don't know how many pages that gives me. That one will stick. Just get that straight. To that one. And that goes on there. That goes on there. Wow, I did it right. So then we've got all of those pages to put our tags in. I'm hoping that is right. Yeah, I think that is right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's plot that together. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Probably should have done it. No, should have been 12. So I've done something wrong. But anyway, this is the whole point of making this, is so that I can put my tags in here each month like so, and that fits perfectly. And then I've just written a little tag. I think what I'm going to do is just do a little like that, and then I'm going to stick that under there so that I can remember what that month is. And then that's the book there. And then what I did, I had a little bit of grey paper left, so I just cut that out. I've made a little hashtag PT Tag Club to go on the front, and I made a little binder one on the back so that if I have it on the bookcase, I can see what it is. So yeah, sorry that's taken so long, but it was my first attempt today. And Ashley, if you are watching this, please, I do apologise of the hash that I've made of this. But I will promise I'll do better next time. And actually, I've already got my book made for next time. So if you do have any sheets or shirts or anything like that, and they come in these things, do keep them because they're good to make these sorts of books. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, comment or subscribe, and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.